5,000 kids come through this library every year, every year. And so these are our kids who are angry, violent, depressed, disconnected, hopeless, and all extremely high-risk behaviors. There are about 75 titles that are really great reads for reluctant readers. Power Source is completely different because it connects to every kid who comes in at any reading level. And because what we have done is we have been able to match a strong reader with a weak reader if that kid cannot read Power Source. But the subject matter pertains to every kid. What I appreciate the most is that it lets kids know what happened to them and how to live in the world in spite of it. I also want to say that in my experience as an author, as a teacher, as a healthcare professional, having worked in at-risk education since 1968, I want to say that this book is the strongest contribution to saving lives. I see what it does. I see it every day, how it works, how it stops a lot of the pain so that a kid can look at the risk behavior pattern and say, hey, there is a way out. I can do something differently. This is my manual for survival. That's what the kid can say. This is the manual. And so one by one, the 5,000 kids that come in every year get to look at Power Source, and one by one, they get to really interrupt the cycle of despair that is that emerges from a lost childhood. And then they are then able to develop the skills for living in the world. I work in the trenches, and this is often a really brutal place for children. And to have something that will so eloquently address the trauma has been thrilling for me as an educator. Everywhere I go, I take this book. We have 15,000 books. This is, if I had to prioritize the books on our list, this would be the number one. And if I only had a given amount of funds every year, I would spend them this way. And the reason that I would spend them this way is because I learned that books save lives and that my job is about saving lives. And that's why I chose Power Source.